Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So, today is June 17th, and I am back here at my desk. I'm going to head out shortly for a short walk and then kayaking on Charles River. However, I am bringing you this from my desk before I head out. Let's go ahead get started for today. Today's dose of Rashmi is Intellect is a tool for delivering an outcome in the external world based on a role that we are identified with. Collective intelligence, on the other hand, is the clarity that above all, an organization exists to serve the humans that make up the organization and to help these humans deliver what they deeply care for in the external world. That this dose of Rashmi is the causality inversion that I keep referencing to in this series, applied to how any company, corporation, or an organization functions right now. You can ask any CEO of any company about what their top one priority is, and they have to name only one. If that restriction is applied, then invariably almost every CEO will tell you that their top priority is to deliver the results to the investors and the shareholders of the company. And that's how pretty much every organization operates. And then that translates into everybody who's working in that organization working towards delivering the right return on investment to the investors and the shareholders. Now, if you tie this back to at the individual level, I've talked about this in the past. The realization for me has been the eventual why on why any of us do anything is to create a great experience of life for ourselves. So if life is the ultimate product at an individual level, then collectively at an organization level, shouldn't delivering a great outcome for the people who make up that organization be the top priority? Money and delivering return on investment to the investors and shareholders is important. I'm not saying that is not important. However, the number one priority should be that as a group of people, you want to create a great experience of life for all of you. And then what emerges out of the collective care for this group of people working together, deliver that outcome in the external world, and yes, through that create the right return on investment for the investors and shareholders. That is why the framework that we have at the heart of most of what we do is called PM squared and starts with purpose, product, market, money. So the money is there. However, the money follows purpose, why you're doing what you're doing, product, what you're doing, what you're good at, and market, which is what the world needs from you, which is where the care comes in, and then money. It needs to be sustainable for you and for the investors and the shareholders. And that PM squared is the causality inversion, where the way most corporations operate today, they start with the money. It is about the money and everything else comes downstream. And a great example of this is if you talk to any startup founder, almost every startup founder starts with a vision that they want to change the world. They want to create a big impact in the world. However, the moment they secure their first investment, all that goes out of the window. After that, it's all about delivering return on investment to the investors. And that realization was at the heart of why we put together Seeds, the Council for Entrepreneurship Enablement, Decarbonization, and Sustainability, to align the various stakeholders in the innovation ecosystem around doing purpose driven products, around delivering human and planet centric outcomes. Now, coming to AI is a wonderful tool which gives us all the ability to easily create things, build things in the real world that we truly care for. So it's a wonderful piece of technology from that perspective. And that's why I feel now entrepreneurship is the way of the future, because if you facilitate the right type of ecosystems to allow people to create the right type of impact and follow their passion, follow their purpose. With the AI being there, there's no better time to be an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship is the way of the future. We just need to make AI accessible to everyone. Where AI exists, is available to everyone like electricity. People operate in these organizations and collectively can work towards what they truly care for, and operate with the clarity where the top priority for the organization is the purpose, is the mission of the company, and creating experience of life for the people involved doing this work. And yes, sure, in the process, create an economically viable outcome for yourself, for your investors, for your shareholders. And that is the causality inversion at an organizational and the future of work perspective that we expect to drive through the enterprise edition of Rashmi Mirror. So stay tuned for more on that. Thank you.